Hey there, my name is Pravus, welcome back to more Against the Storm. There was an update for the game very recently. The Scarlet Orchard has been added as a new biome. And oh look, it's right in the direction I was already trying to go. So today I think we're gonna actually play around with a new biome, which apparently has some new modifiers to it, including Royal Archaeology as a new building type to exploit, I guess, some buried skeletons? Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet. Haven't messed with this before, but okay, these are the two special modifiers for this biome. Also so happens, by going in this direction, we do have the Monastery of the Holy Flame, which means we can't forbid food consumption and we cannot favor any particular species. But if we can pull this off, we get a lot of machinery and artifacts to send back to the city, which is going to be fantastic. Dare I play on veteran difficulty? I'm going to try, but dear God, I'm a little bit worried about it. 4 punishing modifiers. Yeah, that's, oh boy, that's going to be great. So, on top of that, our trees are going to produce some copper, pigment, and plant fiber passively. Okay, good to know. I do not see clay on this map. That's going to be annoying. I do not see coal on this map. I do not see meat on this map. 3 resources that I want to be sure I don't build toward. With that in mind, let's bring some clay along with us this time. And I only get 2 points, so I guess that's all I'm going to do, but it's nice to have this in case you end up needing some pottery for something. You don't know what, but something. As far as who we're going to bring along, do I want to bring some humans, or do I want to bring along the beavers and some harpies? Let's see. There's a fair bit of food if we bring along a mix of people. We'll have the wildfire essence, 20 parts, not unusual. Some tools, plus a couple of extra newcomers. So if we go down this, I'm just going to end up having 11 pops instead of 9. That seems objectively better. So let's just go ahead and run with this. All right, here goes nothing. So what are the modifiers today? If we are in a nice, simple drizzle, we have bleeding trees giving me resin. Good to know. Then we have horrors from beneath. I'm pretty sure this might be new. Maybe. Villagers working in mines get resolved. No, that may not be new at all. But I also don't know if I'm going to need any mines if we are getting copper passively from trees and we can't find coal, so maybe that's okay. Hailstorm. Villagers are going to have a 5% chance of dying every 15 seconds. Dear God. Wow, storms can literally just be killing me. That's going to suck. Piercing winds. Fuel efficiency is extremely low, and then spreading contamination. Impatience grows for every blight rot cyst. We really don't want to let pollution get out of control. This is going to be a little bit rough, but the first one at least seems somewhat manageable. The second is going to be unpleasant. I want to stay below hostility 2 as much as possible. Alrighty, let's go ahead and start by just placing down, you know, the roads, the thing that you always do at the beginning of a game. And do we want to look at our buildings, or do we want to wait for our orders to come through? Let's at least see what we get here. So a leather worker, a lumber mill, a kiln, and a weaver. We can produce our own coal. If there wasn't sea marrow on this map, I would say this actually could be very good to just get some fuel. It might still be good. Fabric is tempting. Planks seems just objectively always good, though. I never am unhappy to have a lumber mill, so I'll pick that one up. Herb garden, we know that herbs are on the map, so are berries. So the herbalist camp here is actually very tempting. The foragers could be okay. Cookhouse, probably not. Let's grab the herbalist. Then, let's see, a brickyard, maybe? Plantation for farming. I don't have humans right now that I know of. An artisan's okay. Or wine, pickled goods, blah, 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 at the cellar. We can take a look at this, by the way, and see what we actually would cost us. So if you want to produce some wine, you take the berries plus some reeds or mushrooms. But then we would need the pottery, or the water skins, or the barrels. And this is where having things like, you know, the clay is kind of important. I don't feel like a cellar is going to be our winner here. An artisan would be okay if I had gone for more fabric, but I didn't. So I don't know about that, but it would be a way of producing barrels. And then, of course, a brickyard is always really good, in my opinion, but only make crystallized dew. We can't exactly make any copper bars. This is just a more effective way of making bricks if that's what I want. I could also potentially at some point make crystallized dew, but it's not going to be a good option. Tell you what, I'm going to hold off on the third building until I know what I'm going to get with my orders. It might end up making a bit of a difference. All right, standard operations over here. We placed down a woodcutter camp, one, and maybe a second one over, let's say, here for now. Plus, we need to get ourselves a lumber mill just prepped, so let's place one down there. Though we can make that a very low priority. And what else do we need? We're probably going to end up needing things. Oh, there's the archaeologist's office, by the way. Hello. All right, we're probably going to end up needing some shelters, plus we're going to want to have some crude workstations and makeshift posts and so on. For now, let's just go with this. What do we have here, by the way? Roots, okay, and reeds. That's it? That's all I've got? That's not a lot. Okay. Okay, here comes our first cornerstone. Receive provisions for every new villager. Could be useful because it means I'll never need to make provisions again, probably. Some fossils contain surprises. For every 20 sea marrow, we get 2 amber. That could be helpful. And then meat, not an option. So provisions or amber for trade goods. I'm actually leaning toward the amber here. If I can find sea marrow, that's a high priority for me. It's going to make it a lot easier to get some good fuel. Provisions is nice, but I think we can live without it. Let's go ahead and pick up the golden marrow. All right, all I'm waiting for now then is going to be some orders. And there they are. All right, what do we get? Camps. Get a scavenger and a stonecutter camp, get stuff. Or cut into some glades. Tools, people. Yes, I'm already working on that. Next, cut into even more glades or make some packs of crops. Planting crops is nice. Industrialized farming is nice. But I don't know if there's going to be a lot of farming opportunities, so I'm going to go with the exploration, and then make my beavers really happy, or get a scavenger, a stonecutter, and some bricks, then get all of this. I kind of would like to go for the beavers. I feel like 18 is probably doable. But is it better to get some beavers, or is it better to get the clay and stuff? I really would like to be getting the clay. This is an easy one for me to make. It gets me some reputation so I can get more buildings. And I probably, by the time that I can get to 18, I don't know if I'll need 2 new beavers. All right, we'll just take the camps. Easy stuff it is. So that doesn't give me any help here as far as what I need to do. This all seems kind of, well, you know what? I don't feel super strongly on any of these. I think the brickyard's good, but I don't think it's going to get me enough if I don't have any clay. I'm going to do a reroll. Let's just see if we get anything better that just obviously is better. Beaver house, okay, not bad. Scribe, kiln. Now, the kiln, that's not a bad plan. But it would let me make the bricks still a bit more efficiently, sort of. Jerky would become an option, which would make the harpies happy, and better fuel is good. The alternative here is to go for a beaver house just because, I mean, happy beavers are great. Let's go with the kiln. I think that maybe the coal could be good. Being able to produce some jerky could be nice as well. I just think that there's some possibilities with this one. So this is going to take a few bricks to make. So we need to make 4 bricks and then stop with this one. Don't make any more. Same kind of deal here, honestly. Make like 6 and 6 of these and then stop. Don't waste all of my clay making things like bricks if we don't need it. Okay, that's 1 glade open. Roots, berries, and copper veins. Okay. Not bad. Nothing outstanding, but not bad. Let's try cutting into 2 more small glades over here, and I'll just move the woodcutter camp close by. So once we get through these 2 plus this one over here, that's going to fulfill all my exploration needs. Then we're going to have pretty much nothing but forbidden glades around me, which, yeah, high risk, but high reward. Okay, we're going to turn off the crude workstation. Do I even have any plant fiber? I don't really. There are some reeds, though. If we want to make some fabric for a lumber mill, I'll need that. But at least now we have the kiln up and running. So if I wanted to toss some people in here, we can do that, make some jerky. I would really like to make my harpies a bit happier because already they're down to a level where once we get to the storm, there's a chance that some are going to start leaving me, and that's not good. One thing that would help with that, obviously, would be to place down some shelters. I didn't even check to see what we find down here. Okay, so we've got lizards and beavers available if we just give off some food. That seems reasonable. I'd like to get 2 new people, plus this tells me we're getting lizards, not humans. All right, and hey, there's some sea marrow. Excellent, a good source of fuel. So that's going to be huge for me. We find some more wheat, some bushes, some copper, and an archaeological discovery. Okay, so can I see this? Here it is. It's a giant pile of rocks. But if you send some people out here with, I guess, spark dew and planks or bricks, we could salvage a load of food. We could get better at making coal. That's good for me. Or the first stage of a process for an ancient skeleton, excavation. Ooh. I don't know what this does, but if it's a multi-step quest, that's gotta be fun. I really like the coal production though, but like, that could be interesting. Okay. Well, what I don't know is, do you need a archaeologist's office in order to do anything? Can be upgraded to locate archaeological discoveries or improve the exploration capabilities. Huh. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna find out. Okay, storm is done, nice and easy. What do we get for our next cornerstone? We can lose all fuel right now, but become really good at making wood. The earlier you get this, the better. Newly discovered resource nodes have extra charges, okay. Or every 2 burned cysts burned loses hostility. Interesting. Huh. Well, we do actually want to reduce hostility, because we don't want it to get above level 2 because people could start dying. So having a way to burn that down is not bad, and I mean that literally. On the other hand, the woodcutter's prayer is really good, I think, in this case. More wood right now, and then I'll convert a lot of that into coal is going to get my fuel going pretty far. It's between these two, I think. This is tempting, but I think I can do this. Let's go for the woodcutter's prayer. Very risky, low on fuel. Yes, I'm aware, but at least we just finished up with the storm, so the timing's pretty good. More newcomers. I would really like the beavers, I think, more than anything. I do like the copper bars, though, but yeah, we'll just take the planks and some leather. That could kind of work for me. All right, and then the next orders are going to open up in just a little bit. There's my next glade, herbs and reeds. Okay, but we can turn in an order to get some reputation up, plus everyone can carry more. That's great. Some planks, some bricks, boom. And because we've got enough bricks, we can actually move on directly into the next one. So that's 2 orders at once. Not bad. What do we get out of this result? We have even better jerky production. Probably not. Biscuits, no. Scrolls? Maybe. Flour, barrels. This doesn't seem great either, if I'm honest. What does it take to make scrolls again? We actually do produce pigment. We could make scrolls work if I can get a building that lets me actually start using it for religion, or sorry, no, for education. That'll be the temple, the forum, the explorer's lodge. This could work for a longer term play, and I think I'm willing to give it a go. Plus, we'll have the ability to make some simple tools. So let's try for that. Farm, trappers, no. Forgers, actually, yeah, maybe, but there's a tavern as well. This seems more useful to me in some ways, though. I don't think insects are on the map. It's just a question of whether we want the ability to gather grain. And I kind of do want that, because then I can start making things like ale. But the thing is, you also need a tavern to really use the ale. So, I think, oh gosh, I don't really know. I think we'll take the forger's camp, but I'm hoping that the tavern comes up again, because I might be able to do something with that eventually. In the meantime, what are my new orders? We are looking for food, or make beavers even happier than before. Oh, goody. We can make small farms, plantations, and herb gardens better. If you're already going to be farming heavily, this is an outstanding objective, but I don't see us doing that. So we're going to try for the beavers. It's going to be a bit rough, though. Gather up a load of roots, get a bunch of beavers. Okay. Get some clothes, be better at making fabric. I kind of like that better, if I'm honest. Only a little bit, though. We're not going to be great at making clothes. But I'm also not very good at getting plant fiber to make fabric, so making that last longer is pretty good. 50 roots, I feel like is possible. How many roots do we currently have? 28 and growing. But we're also about to exhaust our last source down here, and we're eating it pretty fast. So this is doable, but I kind of like this one better, and we need to make the beavers happy, and we have to do clothes. So if we're already going to do clothes, why not just commit? That's the theory now. Why not just commit? Wow, Gimli. Did you want my attention for something, bud? Okay, we have our lumber mill up and running. I forgot that I actually already had the ability to make scrolls, but not very well, so let's disable that one. And as far as trade goods, I'll probably not use up my pigment for now. We just want to be able to make planks on demand at a very, very, very effective rate. How are we doing on fuel, by the way? Pretty darn well. We're stacking up some sea marrow. We're using up our coal basically as soon as we make it, which is fine. It's the most effective fuel source, I think. And our wood stockpiles are starting to skyrocket. That's really good, because what it might mean is we can actually pull back on the number of people who are currently chopping wood in the forest, which is going to reduce some of that hostility level a little bit, and our economy should still be fine. So that's actually pretty good for me. Now, one question is, do I have a method of making clothes? Because I don't think we do yet. No. So one of the buildings we're going to have to get if we want to fulfill our objective for the clothing for the people is a method of getting some clothes manufactured, and preferably also a more efficient way of creating fabric, if we can. All right, so that one's going to be on hold for a little bit. Getting the beavers happy is going to be on hold for a bit, though getting education is going to be nice for them at some point. We do like that. They also love having ale for leisure. And then if I can get some spark dew, which I'm going to start collecting here at the rain collector, I would like to try making progress on this archaeological discovery. I really want this, but I'm so curious with the excavation that I feel like this is the obvious choice. I've got to try and unearthing an ancient skeleton of some sort. Let's also not forget that I should go ahead and get myself... What is this? Hang on, a hydrant. Did they change this? I think they did. The blight post used to be where you stored your purging fire, but it appears now there's a hydrant to do that too. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, what I was going to say is I feel like we ought to get ourselves a trade post for sure, because you never know if I can spend what little tiny bits of amber I've got getting something that's going to change up our game. Another storm passes. Cornerstones. Better herb production. Okay. More provisions. You know, we kind of liked that. Stone is supposed to be on this map, and getting a lot of stone would be very, very nice. I do like the idea of just not having to worry about provisions, though. This would let me get, like, an extra trade or two, like, every full cycle? Herb production could be nice. I mean, these are really good, though. +2 to production is always outstanding in anything. I feel like this is good, but I also really want this. You know what? Let's go ahead and try the provisions. I don't know. I think that's the wrong choice, but I'm going to try for it before we pick up some more people. And then I can just go ahead and grab like a load of leather and some more beavers, or better yet, let's just do this. A copper bar plus some food. Not a lizard. Yeah, seems good. All right, so now I should have a bunch more provisions, which comes at a good time because I'm about to finish building out this trading post. So, what do you got to offer, buddy? Extra copper ore production. Woo! Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. That could be useful. Crystallized dew, or guess what? Stone production. Spark dew tools, blah, blah, blah. All good. We have a lot of resin I could sell off, surprisingly. And there's a bunch of my provisions. What do we have as far as trade routes? Clay is one thing I cannot produce. What does the Smoldering City want? Meat. I don't really have much of that either. I do like the idea of getting the copper ore production, so I'm going to buy that. And then I'm just going to sell off some of my resin, because right now I don't really have much use for that. And during the drizzle, we get a pretty good amount of this stuff. So this is an opportunity to either load up on, let's say, some tools, which I actually could definitely use, or maybe just some amber. Okay, we've used up all of our sea marrow. Is there another set of stones somewhere? The answer is currently no. So for at least a little bit, we are now completely out of our stone options. That's going to be a little annoying. What else can I get out of the map? There's copper, and maybe just some food in the form of dewberry or some grain. That's kind of all I've got accessible at the moment. We kind of need to crack into one of these dangerous glades, I think. We'll start gathering up some of the grain. Probably not a bad idea. But over here, let's go ahead and repurpose our beavers and start chopping away through. And let's also not forget that we can just place down a few random little decorations here and there, you know? Get some of these things up there, get the ancient hearth upgraded. It's never really a bad idea to get this, right? New orders are in. What can we go for? Building materials or complete 10 trade routes. Ugh. Okay. Building materials, you know, I like the idea of villagers being able to move more quickly. I love a load of copper bars. That's outstanding. 10 trade routes? We haven't done any. I just need to continue having people arrive in order to even get enough provisions to do anything. We could do this, but I don't know that I love this idea. Okay, but, what do we have that can get me building materials? Because I can make planks really well. That's like the one thing I'm good at. So if I have the ability to make building materials pretty effectively... Yeah, no, it's just the makeshift post. Drat. I think this is going to end up being the better option for us, and the movement speed is going to be great, and the extra bars could be useful. Then we had to make luxury goods, or place a bathhouse and get cosmetics. Right. Produce at a cooperage, alchemist hut, and an apothecary. I don't think I have any of those either. Well... Drat. I feel like the luxury goods then for the jerky production is the only good choice there. Okay, what's in the big glade? We have a hidden trader cemetery where shady things go down. Well, the good news is I have plenty of resin I'm happy to get rid of, so that's fine. I'm actually looking to see if we can choose based on, like, valuable materials. Yeah, resin's the one I want to get rid of. So while we're working on this, we get a load of hostility, a ridiculous amount of hostility. We need to get this done before the next storm hits, and that is not going to be for a bit. But if I let this go, what do? Wait until the next drizzle? How long do we think the storm's going to be? I'm betting it's also going to be about 3.5 minutes. And then this takes 4... If we don't do this, this is going to happen. If we don't do it now, is what I'm trying to say, and we try to wait till the storm is over, then this is going to hit. So we have to try for this, and we have to do it now. We have to do it really fast. What would I want? Probably the chest of ancient tablets. We can possibly sell those back to the Smoldering City for a ridiculous amount of amber. I love the reputation, but we have to do this. All right, we're going to try for it. This is risky. The hostility is possibly going to get me killed come this next storm, but I don't know if there's a way around it. Then we also have some abandoned crates with a bunch of stuff in them. I'm going to leave those alone. Huge numbers of berry bushes. That's outstanding for me. Some roots, and oh, what do you know? There's also some fertile soil. So if we wanted to start growing stuff, that could become an option for me in the near future. Let's see, it looks like there's only going to be about 40 seconds of overlap where the hostility is going to be abysmal, and the storm is also going to be hitting. That's not a lot of time. We might have a chance of recovering from that. When we do start that off, I'm going to go ahead and turn off all of my woodcutters for a bit. The good news is fuel is one thing I am doing really well on, so I don't mind that at all. We can drop our hostility a little bit to offset some of the damage. But it's about to fire up to level 3. There it goes. Yeah, all right. Let's just go ahead and preemptively turn some of this off. Let's forget it for a second. We don't need to antagonize the silly forest or anything. Level 2 is the worst I'm willing to go for. And remember, there's a 5% chance that people start dying now that the storm's about to hit. This is why we don't like hostility right now. Hostility's looking super duper nasty. On the plus side, I can burn a bit of extra lumber and keep our resolve nice and high. And we have solved the hostility issue. We're now down to 0. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Storm ends. All is well. We have solved glade events, which means I can now go ahead and turn in an order. Getting some more tools and more people, which means more provisions, by the way. Badoop. All right. So that's pretty good. Cornerstone, what do we get? Deserted caravans. So production is faster, but trading is off. I don't love that. We like the extra resolve from Impatience, and I don't think I want Trade Hub because I don't want to risk losing reputation when resolve is nice and high. So let's go for Rebellious Spirit. That one seems pretty solid in most cases. We can produce clothes at a really, really good rate now if we want to go for the Clothier. Or I could go for the Weaver and start making a freaking ton of fabric. I think we have to go for the Clothier because this is going to just solve some issues getting the beavers nice and happy. So I like this, and honestly, with such a good rating here, yeah, 1 fabric becoming 10 coats, like, we don't need extremely good fabric production, so this is fine. All right, we'll go ahead and pick that up as our next order, or rather, our next building, and then as far as some newcomers, I don't know, let's go for the plant fiber, actually. I think that this could be useful, plus more Harpies to make me clothing. They like doing things like that. So let's see, if I want to go ahead and build the Clothier, we can do that like now. Let's get that going. Still want to open another glade, I think. And we have plenty of tools to resolve an issue, so now's kind of the time to do it, I think. We want to find a source of stone or maybe even some additional sea marrow for good measure. That could be kind of good. So let's tighten this up just a little bit so we dig a straight line directly into the next glade. Okay, what do we get in here? We have a Totem of Denial. Okay. A global resolve bonus for solving the issue. Not bad, actually. If we do this, blocks the ability to sacrifice goods in the hearth. I don't care about that. That's completely fine. And then we did find a haunted brewery. If we wanted to start making some ale, we'll be able to do that. Well, that's not bad. That's actually outstanding. Look at this. It produces ale, pickled goods, and packs of crops at extremely high rates. Wow. Wow. All right. Not bad. And then huge root deposits, too. And some sea marrow and some more places for farming. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I guess we can just go ahead and deal with this right now. I like the global resolve bonus probably more than the rest of this. I don't think that this is going to hurt me too much. So let's go ahead and convert this. And then actually, we have a load of spark dew. We should now be able to go over here and work on some archaeology. Let's do that next and just see what happens. I've got a little time. We're almost out of food, though. That's the thing I'm now currently scared about. Trader returns. What do we have? Very good pottery production. Farmers carry more or buildings have more storage. None of that strikes me as outstanding. Could sell off some ancient tablets. Actually haven't even checked to see if the Smoldering City wants any. That's a shame. I wouldn't mind the ability to get some more jerky. For that, you don't sell any of the things I need like meat. Well, drat. That would have been nice. Okay. Let's offload at least a couple of these tablets, just because I think that having a little bit could be nice. And do I want to buy more tools? I actually would like to buy out a couple of fabric, just because I currently don't make any very effectively. We really need food, though, because we're almost out. So, jerky's nice. It's expensive, but it's not as expensive as, like, roots and eggs, which shocks me. So if we're going to buy any food, I guess it's going to be some jerky, and that makes lizards and harpies happy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start making some building materials. So 10 planks for 2 of these packs. That's not great, but at least we have the lumber mill, so I make planks very easily, and we have loads of wood to work with, so that ain't too bad. We are currently fulfilling the needs of all of our beavers for clothing. Just have to hold on to that for a couple of minutes, and we'll be done in order to finish out another one of these orders. So far, this is going okay. I mean, I don't want to jinx it. I've had that happen recently enough, but so far, not bad. We're holding out okay here. And another set of orders comes in. What do we got today? Oh, ancient tablets, tableaus. Get a temple and some scrolls for education. Become really good at making incense. But I really like the idea. Ooh, 20 pottery every time you discover a new glade. That's great. Yeah, I feel like ancient tablets we can do. So let's go ahead and pick that one up. It's a shame that I kind of just sold some tablets, but I feel like we're going to have opportunities to find more, and I'm definitely going to be cracking into some of these glades. So not really a huge deal. This decoration is done, by the way, so +3 to global resolve. Wow. Not bad. We're actually pretty close to making my harpies happy, too. We can start building up more resolve. There's that order done. Let's turn that in. We're better at making some fabric at least, so boom. More reputation. What do I get? Rain mill. Don't think I care about this. Nope, does nothing. Bakery. Maybe, but probably not. Artisan. Kind of too late for that. Smokehouse for even more jerky production. Only good if I had insects and meat, which I actually don't anywhere on the map. So none of this is going to be very good to me, honestly. The bakery is okay, but we need flour to do anything with it. Therefore, it's not looking great. I don't think any of these help me. We may want to wait until I get some more amber and maybe re-roll that, because that's pretty abysmally bad. Okay, we finished with... I thought we finished with the archaeological excavation. Do I have to do this again? Oh, you've got to do it multiple times! Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm starting to get it, but it does change up what salvage we could get. So if we want to abandon this, now we can get cosmetics, roots, marrow, etc. So resin, I should have plenty of. Unfortunately, I don't have any oil, cosmetics, or water skins to work with. Ah, right. So either we're going to need a trade for this, or I need a way of making one. But none of these are going to do it for me. I really want to unearth the skeleton. I'm very, very curious. Okay, we have produced enough of these building materials. Let's stop with all of this. Let's go turn in an order, getting some faster movement speed. Excellent. Plus, we now have even more buildings to work with. So, cool. Do I want to sell off? Yes, actually, I'll sell some sea marrow. This gets me amber I need. I've got a fair bit of provisions. I've got a lot of sea marrow. I could just increase the amount we sell and get 25 amber out of one trip instead. It'll take 10 minutes, though. But honestly, this is a really good opportunity to just lock up on some amber, so I think it's worth it. Let's do it. Okay, now is the time to crack into another glade. We're going to send our beavers off that direction. I've got too many harpies. Well, some extra food production is never going to be a bad idea, so let's go ahead and grab that. Still no freaking clue what I'm going to do over here. Cornerstone, what do we got? Advanced fuel. No. Wood cutting is super easy. Wow. Or just gain a load of coal. Okay, some of these are good, but I don't need any of them. Do we need more wood cutting production? No, I'm already pretty good on that. Do I need fuel recipes? No, I'm pretty good on that. Coal is okay, but fuel's not the thing I need. So let's do a reroll. Global Resolve goes up for every level 3 standing with another settlement. Gain Ancient Tablets whenever you complete events. Actually not bad. And then Detailed Notes, gain additional active trade routes. You know what? We're going to go for the Ancient Tablets. So that's okay. That actually gets me enough tablets to finish out my quest. And now I just need to crack open some more of these glades and deal with the events. What else we got here? A little bit more fabric, some plant fiber, and a load of stone. Yeah, considering we still haven't found any stone, it's kind of tempting, ain't it? Yeah, all right, we'll go ahead and pick this one up. Let's crack open another glade over here, see what we get. We have, oh good, living matter. I know what to do with this. Answer is we go ahead and just deal with it now. Yes, losing food sucks, but we get a whole bunch of rewards, including some oil. Hello. How much do we need for this? 25. Dang it, I'm still gonna be 5 off. Boo! Trade route completed means we have amber, means I can go down here, and I should be able to do a reroll. Wait, first gotta collect the amber. Boom, done. All right, let's get over here. And let's re-roll this and hope for something a little bit better. Cellar, no. Oil from the Druid's Hut, maybe, actually. Or alternatively, there's housing. You know, I'm pretty sure if we get the Beaver's house, we could get them consistently above the 22 necessary. We just have to burn down some hostility. The Druid's Hut is tempting, though, because I do need some oil. Some. Not much, mind you, though. I think I'm gonna take the Druid's Hut to guarantee I can continue with the excavation, because you never know. I mean, who's the next trader gonna be? This guy? I don't think he usually brings any oil. I could be wrong. And if he does, I'm gonna feel really stupid. But I think I'd rather just go ahead and guarantee that I can do this. And also, the ability to make incense isn't a terrible idea anyway. So we'll pick that up. Next building. Better ways of making tools. Better ways of making luxuries. Okay. Explorer's Lodge, education needs. And brawling. Wait a minute. What do we have already? Do we have anything? No, I don't think we have any way of fulfilling a luxury need of some sort. So it's highly tempting to say that we should go for this. Because we can make scrolls and I can get education, and this is totally a doable thing. This is highly doable. I like the idea of being able to make more tools and luxury goods, but I think I'm gonna take the Explorer's Lodge. We're gonna try to start building that resolve up nice and high, and actually just by having this should make the beavers pretty darn happy, I think, which makes up for the fact that I did not get their special housing type. Oh, and we can actually get even more global wealth by going for this Explorer's Lodge. And this apparently works retroactively. So if we have 3 people assigned here, we just get some extra resolve for every rebuilt or salvaged ruin. Don't have very many of those, but the Flawless Brewery would be one of them. Hey, do you happen to have oil? You do? Frick me. Well, that would have worked fine, wouldn't it? All right, tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and buy 5 real quick just so we can move on with the excavation. Anything else I'm ready to offload? I don't know. We have tablets. I only need to sell 1 of them. Sure, I'll sell you 1 tablet. What else can you give me? Good stuff? Nothing goes to waste. Gain bricks for every pottery produced. Gain copper ore and 30 wood for every cache. Or become really good at making simple tools. Wow. Yeah, I could see that being pretty darn useful, for sure. Yeah, I think I actually will buy that advanced smithing. That's just too good to pass up. The ability to make your own tools is kind of huge. And I don't have a lot of crystallized dew to go around, nor have I discovered a way to turn my copper into anything. So, yeah, I feel like that could be very, very good for me. All right, so now we have enough oil, we have enough resin. If I wanted to send some people to work on this, we could do so. And I don't really see any reason not to at this point. It doesn't have any negative effects to go for the archaeological expedition. Let's see, we should also consider making some scrolls at a scribe now. This would be a pretty good time to do that. So let's go ahead and toss this in over here. I'm willing to bet my harpies will be pretty good at this. This can also make those tools I was talking about. We are more effective at it now. But yeah, 2 leather and 1 pigment for 8 scrolls as opposed to 4 and 3. Oh, that's gonna go a long way. That's great. So now we'll be able to start meeting an education need over here. That's good. That makes both my beavers and harpies a lot happier. I am trying to craft up a bit of my purging fire over here, by the way. I think it's gonna be important for us to get rid of some of those blight cysts. Forget the ale production for sure. Let's start making, let's say, up to 80 scrolls and then stop. Don't waste too many of my materials, but you can use pretty much anything over here. As far as the tools are concerned, yeah, let's go ahead and start using the dew, but we've got so many bars here, we should honestly be able to make all the tools I'm going to need for pretty much the rest of the game, which is solid. And actually, if you can use planks instead, that's a more efficient way of doing things, as I'm really good at making planks. Last orders. What do we get? Farming. Well, I can do packs of crops, actually, if I can get a lot of grain together. Farm fields is fine. Global resolve, I love that. Alternatively, complete glade events and open up 3 more glades, which I have to do anyway. Better at copper, blah, blah, blah. See, I'm gonna do this one, but I don't need this benefit, whereas this is solid, and I can make packs of crops because we have that haunted brewery. All right. Get 22 beavers, have a lot of education, become good at a lot of things. Yeah, that seems solid to me. Double yields for education, beaver resolve, and better at making pies. Yeah. We're not going to have 22 beavers anytime soon, but I'm not going to say it's impossible. I think it's totally possible we could pull that one off. So, packs of crops, huh? Looks like we're already making some of those. Perfect. So, are we going to go and burn these blight cysts? Yep, there they go. Burn them! Burn them away! There we go. Blight almost completely gone. Perfect. So that's going to solve any corruption issues we might have had. Okay, let's start cracking into some new glades over here. What else we got? Exploration training. For every 5 villagers with brawling fulfilled, we get more stuff. No, thank you. For every 2 burned blight cysts. We saw this before and we liked it. And then every 10 completed trade routes, we get more stuff. Now, baptism of fire is great. Burn down that hostility. Absolutely burn down that hostility. That's going to be huge. Can also get some more people. We need beavers, apparently, so we'll go ahead and pick that one up. And do we want to assign some people over here to the Explorer's Lodge? Sure, why not? Let's do it. That's going to get me some of that global resolve, hopefully. Maybe a little, up to 21 now. Oh, I'm still burning logs over here, aren't I? Let's stop doing that for a second. We're up to hostility level 3, by the way. We really need to start cracking down on a lot of this stuff here. My hostility level's getting way too high, and we're still struggling to keep ourselves afloat on food. These are the things that I'm most worried about. This trade route finally completed. That's 25 more amber. Excellent. Okay. So, let's see. We're actually running low on logs, but we are getting enough resolve with beavers that we're going to finish this up. That's so stinking good. Excellent. Very good. Okay, 1 glade cracked into. What do we have over here? Destroyed caravan. -7 global resolve. Ouch. But if we don't deal with it, traders don't come through. We could get some trade goods here, but I don't need trade goods. I need luxury goods, so this doesn't help me toward anything. Ale's nice, blah, 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 but I really need reputation. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to try to just get rid of this immediately. That doesn't take any of my tools, so let's crack into another glade over here and see if there's something else I can also work on that hopefully doesn't reduce my resolve even further. But there's level 4 hostility. That's scary. All right, what do we got? The Ancient Shrine. We have enough fabric or tools to deal with this for sure. Don't deal with it, it kills 5 people. Well, that's not optional. Reputation again, or go for other goods? Honestly, reputation, I think. And we don't care about provisions too much. So let's go ahead and start working on this. Send it to the Citadel. I'm going to pull back a bit on some wood cutting because I really can't afford to sit at level 4 forever. So we're probably going to have to start pulling back on wood cutting for a bit. This is kind of getting into the home stretch here where I'm going to start running out of wood if we're not careful. All right, we finish another round of the archaeological reconstruction. I do have enough fabric and tools to continue the next one. What do we get? A scientific award. Ooh. Another cornerstone of my choice. I like that. Also, reconstruction. Reward me handsomely for this knowledge. And 3 reputation. Dang, dude. All right. Yeah, let's get that skeleton out. Hey, the beavers are happy. Cool, we can get rid of some of the queen's impatience. Bada boom. And we are actually even better at getting our lumber, which is good since I can have less beavers. Some biscuits are nice. Unfortunately, not enough reputation to get another building, but that's okay. What else do we discover over here? A press, which can make oil for me. Oh, what do you know? And luxury goods. Hey, we actually do need to do this then. Okay. It's fairly cheap for me to do, so let's go ahead and rebuild it. Not to mention, by rebuilding it, we get extra value at our Explorer's Lodge. Everything's coming together here, guys. I think we're actually going to end up with a high resolve build, which might just carry me to victory as long as I can keep that hostility relatively low. There's some reputation from a camp. What do we get? Lizard House, Clan Hall, Harpy House, Herb Garden. Well, we could use some gardens now. A Clan Hall for religion? Maybe. Harpy House, Lizard House. Leaning toward maybe getting the Lizard House. If we can start building this out, get them happy. That would be a pretty good way of burning out some extra reputation. So you know what? I'm going to get the Lizard House. And let's go ahead and build a few of these. Okay, we should see the destroyed caravan ending right about now. That's going to bump up resolve to the blue levels, and I'm thinking the beavers might get up there as well, which is kind of huge. If we can get them up to 30, there we go. We are making reputation across the board. 0.56 per minute, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, we've got this. We have got this. And that's before I even finish with the reconstruction, which should be done pretty soon. I kind of want to try building an archaeologist lodge just to see what it does. It may be completely unnecessary, but it would be kind of cool. Whoa, check it out. A sea serpent decoration. Interesting. Okay, well, that got me 2 more buildings. Wow. Provisioner, probably not. Rain mill, probably not. Bakery. I mean, if we go for the rain mill and then a bakery, we can start making a lot of good stuff. I don't need a smelter. All right, rain mill it is. And then, cellar, press, Harpy House, cooperage, training gear, and cosmetics. Actually, yes. I wouldn't mind having that because I can make use of that at the Explorer's Lodge and stuff. I thought that I got a clan hall and I did not, did I? Oh, right. Never mind, that was totally pointless. Oh boy, here's something fun to worry about. So, we're at level 4 hostility and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't actually burn any sacrifices? Why not? Did I do something that says I can't do that? I thought that I could. Uh-oh. Well, that's gonna be a problem. Tell you what, we're kind of at the home stretch. What can I do to farm out some reputation using tools? I can send people out here and send stuff to the Citadel. Maybe we just go for the win here. I'm kind of leaning toward that. I think we just go for it. Let's see if we can win the game. And I totally forgot to pick up a cornerstone. Oh, well, the hostility here would have been nice. Right, tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up, but I don't think it's gonna make any meaningful difference. No, it barely had any impact at all. I need more blight cysts to burn out. No, that would be nice. Well, we're gonna lose a harpy or 2, but once this goes away, I think that resolve's gonna jump right back up and we'll end up being fine. Yeah, yes, I know, somebody left. Packs of crops done. Oh, you're telling me I just need to build out some farm fields. Dude, we aren't even gonna finish all my orders and we're gonna win this. Oy, oy, oy. All right, let's just go ahead and build out a bunch of farm fields. Honestly, that's going to get me enough reputation that combined with what I've already done, that's it. We should win now. Easy. There's the luxury goods delivered, and that's the end, ladies and gentlemen. Ba-boom. Wow. It took me about an hour and a half in total, but overall, that went so much better than my last veteran one. The archaeology stuff's kind of cool, by the way. Hey, we've got markets, groves, smithies, apothecaries, and a couple of other cornerstones, which could end up being pretty helpful for me. Got a few deeds out of that arrangement, and a load of artifacts and machinery. All right, let's go back to the Smoldering City and see what we can upgrade. We can gain permanent extra boosts to our people. We can get extra +1 charges on all nodes. Plus, learn about the Beaver House permanently. Well, yeah, that seems pretty solid. Okay, let's go ahead and unlock that now. There's also extra cornerstones or blueprints for sales from traders. That's not bad. And then more trader speed in general over here. Or more embarking points. That would have been fairly helpful last time. Oh man, this is actually the first time I'm seeing a lot of different things that I really want. What about this one? Learn about the Lizard House forever. Yeah, that could also be a thing. Or, factions will settle the world map alongside me. We can set up trade routes with them. Oh, okay. Gosh dang, there's a lot of stuff I want here now. Let's learn about the Lizard House. And the reason I want this is because in the beginning of the game, it's not unusual for lizards to be pretty close to being able to get you some extra reputation. You just need 1 or 2 new things to kick them over the edge. Beavers are harder to please, so that's not going to make a big difference, but this might. So I'm going to pick up the Lizard House, but clearly I need to play a few more games and get a lot more food provisions, because a ton of these are going to be super duper useful for me. All right, well, thank you all very much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed. What did we discover over here, by the way? A watchtower. Discovering glades, no hostility. Oh, good. That means the next map's going to be super easy. Anyway, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.